So an MLB insider posted earlier today that the Red Sox are pushing to get a trade done for Ketel Marte. And my first reaction is that this has to get done. Like the Red Sox didn't bring in Pete Alonso, and free agents just continue to go out very quickly here. And the Red Sox are losing leverage. The Diamondbacks have become very intrigued with Alex Bregman, and they've offered him a deal. I'm not sure if it's 5 or 6 years, but it's an aggressive deal. Like the Red Sox didn't get Pete Alonso. Now they could be losing Alex Bregman. And if the Diamondbacks do get Bregman, well, they know that the Red Sox are going to have to be super aggressive for Marte. And like Craig Breslow is running out of time here. So the fact he is pushing for Marte definitely keeps me a little bit optimistic about the team. I mean, the Red Sox are one of two teams that haven't signed a free agent, the other one being the Colorado Rockies. So, not where you want to be. You don't ever want to be mentioned in the same sentence as the Rockies. They are just an absolute horrible, horrible franchise to this point. But in terms of Marte, I mean, I'll say it again. I know I sound like a broken record, guys, but the Red Sox need to get this done. They haven't had a second baseman since Dustin Pedroia that's been this good. I mean, Marte is a switch hitter. He's a good defender. He's a top 8 at his position. He absolutely rakes. He walks. He doesn't strike out. He hits the ball hard. He hits the ball in the air. Yeah, his sprint speed was down. He's 32, but his bat speed, again, has gone up. It was faster than Aaron Judge's from the right side of the plate. Marte's a switch hitter, which is another thing is the Red Sox certainly don't have very many switch hitters. It's just basically full of lefties. Now, there actually is a downside to trading for Marte, in my opinion. There's really two of them. The first one's the cost. I mean, this is going to be an absolute haul. We're talking about probably Peyton Tolley being in this, maybe even Marcelo Meyer. And Meyer's the second thing is if the Red Sox do trade for Marte, well, you'd think Meyer would have to be in this because the package, but also, well, how do you bring back Alex Bregman and then also trade for Ketel Marte and then have a spot for Meyer? Trevor Story opted in, and Story is one of the best shortstops in baseball. He has speed, amazing glove, hits for power, actually led the Red Sox in home runs. But again, he takes a spot from Meyer because you could put Meyer at short and he's the future, and but you can't do that with Story opting in. So now all of a sudden, it feels like the Red Sox are going to have to just put Meyer in this trade. And you'd think that, but that's actually not the truth. As Craig Breslow even said it himself, that, well, not publicly, but it was reported that from a couple MLB insiders that the Red Sox are not willing to trade Meyer for Marte. Not that he's untouchable, but they're just not willing to trade him for Marte. And if a team wants Meyer, I mean, it's going to have to be something crazy. Probably like a Tarek Skubal or who else? Tatis. Like it's gonna Fernando Tatis. It's gonna have to be something crazy. Not a 32-year-old, of course. Ketel Marte. But I just think that's kind of where we're at. Is if you keep Meyer and you bring back Bregman, well, he doesn't have a spot because Bregman's at third, Marte's at second, and then Trevor Story is at shortstop. And you can move someone to first, but that's not happening, right? It doesn't make sense. So that's why I'm just not a big fan of the Red Sox not getting Pete Alonso. And I don't want to make this a Pete Alonso video, but if the Red Sox had just paid Alonso, they could have traded for Marte and put him at second and then kept Meyer, put him at third. And then essentially it's Alonso for Bregman with Ketel Marte and then this bolstered pitching staff. I mean, the Red Sox, if that had happened, would have been an absolute powerhouse in the American League. I just think it's inexcusable that the Red Sox got outbidded by the Orioles, a smaller market, a team in their own division. I mean, that just had Red Sox fans absolutely disgusted. But that's where we're at. And I still believe in Craig. There's plenty of time to get something done. I think the Red Sox will be better entering next season than they were last season. But my patience is definitely wearing thin. I mean, it is December 19th, and the Red Sox have not signed a free agent yet. That is just not typical for the Red Sox. But I will say, yeah, like, players are getting signed, but it is definitely not like the best contracts. Like the Red Sox offered a very friendly deal to the Pete Alonso. The Orioles ended up just outbidding them. I mean, it was what was it? I think it was a 3-year deal with an option or something like that, and Pete ended up taking more money. So don't quote me on that because I'd have to go look at my notes. I have the exact offer in my notes, but it was something along those lines. It was multiple years with an option, and Pete ended up just kind of taking the guaranteed, and I don't blame him for that. But the Red Sox, I mean, there was a time and a place where they just basically sent money to anyone like that wanted to come here, and it worked and it didn't. If I'm being honest with you, not every single contract the Red Sox offered worked, but the important thing is that you have way more or sorry, you'd have like basically way less margin of error, because if you're continuing to sign free agents and someone doesn't work out, okay, well, let's just go ahead and spend more money and bring in someone else. And that's what the Yankees do. The Blue Jays are doing that now. The Dodgers obviously have been doing that, and they've won the 3 World Series since we traded Mookie to them. That's a video for a different time, right? Whenever I talk about Mookie, my emotions kind of get the best of me. But in terms of Boston, I just don't understand why they're operating the way they are. Nobody's asking for them to sign everyone, but there just wasn't much of a reason to let Alonso go. And then you start to look at maybe some of these bullpen arms and these starting pitchers. Like the Red Sox traded for Sonny Gray, they got Oviedo. I just don't know how much of an upgrade that is over their rotation from last season. Also, Connolly Early, Peyton Tolley, Kyle Harrison, hell, Cutter Crawford. I'm looking at a Hunter Dobbins. Like there's just a plethora of starting pitchers that are ready to go, and I don't know how much better the other options are. Like, yeah, obviously Sonny Gray's better. I mean, he's a veteran. He, a Cy Young candidate a couple of seasons ago, but I don't know if I trust Sonny Gray pitching in Yankee Stadium in a game 2, or Brian Bayo pitching in Yankee Stadium like what happened last season. I just simply don't, if I'm being completely honest. And I'd love to see the Red Sox get aggressive here and package Brian Bayo and even some prospects to go get maybe like a Hunter Green or to go get a Tarek Skubal. I mean, you don't need like the biggest names in the world like that, but the biggest names are typically the best names. And if the Red Sox want to win, that's what you're going to have to do. Like we're talking about the Dodgers. I mean, they just go out there and they bring in big names. Like they're going after Skubal and Kyle Tucker. Those are the biggest names literally on all of the market. And I think the Red Sox need to operate like that. And they did go after Juan Soto. Soto said himself that he was close to choosing the Red Sox, but still, the Red Sox didn't get Juan Soto. And I think that's for the best. Like Soto is just a horrific fielder. Yeah, he absolutely rakes, but $700 million for a guy who just hits is just ridiculous. I mean, if I'm being honest with you. But in terms of Ketel Marte, who the video is about, I got completely sidetracked. But Marte is a good defender. Obviously, he's a very good offensive player, but he is 32. He's going to cost a bag. And you now don't have a fit with Meyer. Because the Red Sox, I don't think they can afford to lose Alex Bregman. It was reported that they're fine with Meyer on third base opening day, but that just can't happen, like if I'm being real. It's not even about Bregman's glove or his postseason experience. It's more so about his leadership and what he did to these young guys like Meyer, Roman Anthony, and et cetera. Like the younger prospects that came up. Meyer is an on-the-field coach, and he was just huge to this team. Like, everyone kind of forgets Bregman because in the second half he got hurt and he struggled. But in the first half, Alex Bregman was like a legit MVP type of candidate. Like, he was one of the best players in baseball. I'm not the biggest Bregman fan in the world. I would have personally chosen Pete Alonso over him any single day. And yeah, Pete can't field, but man, he hits the ball 430 feet. So who the hell cares? He's just going to drive guys in. Yeah, I mean, Craig Breslow, he's smart. He knows what he's doing. But it was reported by Jeff Passan on ESPN Baseball Tonight a couple nights ago that the Red Sox are just not willing to go to where teams are, and that's a huge problem. Like, the Red Sox are operating essentially as a smaller market team, and that is just never going to go well. That's never gone well for the Red Sox. Like, Chaim Bloom, yeah, he absolutely bolstered the farm system. The Red Sox AAA system was ranked the best in all of Major League Baseball. But is that going to win this team anything? No, absolutely not. What's going to win this team games is trading those prospects to get better players and then getting aggressive in free agency. So yeah, that's all I got, man.